We've made it to a new week, haven't we? Yes, yes. New weeks are new hope to me. I can make some things right. I can get some more stuff done. Fix things. It's just new hope, isn't it? It is, I know. And I'm glad to be back on here with y'all because y'all are so sweet to me. And y'all say that y'all feel like y'all are just sitting in here with me, and that is exactly what I want, is y'all sitting right in here with me, because y'all are. I mean, look, y'all are right in here with me. Today we're going to make a cake for my mother-in-law. She is 76 years old. It's her birthday, and she used to make this cake all the time when I was dating John and when the kids were little. I remember her making this cake all the time, and I believe she told me, and when I take it to her today, I'm going to ask her. I think she told me it came from her mother, like it was a recipe her mother used. So it's an old-time recipe, and I love that. I know, we all do, don't we? And so anyway, let's get started on it. And let's see, I don't want to mess this up because I'm going to do all my dry ingredients first. So we're going to need 1.5 cups of white sugar, and I've already measured that out for us. That's my cup, and this is my 1/2 cup. And I'm going to need 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, okay? So, and this is something that I don't sift my flour every time. I just don't, y'all. I know we don't all have that kind of time. But do you see how I'm kind of just fluffing it around in here? Because your flour will get packy, and it'll get to be too much when you measure. And don't measure it and push it down in there and pack it, because that's not how to measure flour, okay? So you see how I fluff that, and then I'm kind of just spooning it into my cup measuring. That way, it won't be too much flour. It won't be too packy, okay? And then I'm just kind of evening it off. So that's 1 cup into my sugar. I'm going to do another. I hope everybody's week is starting out okay and good. I really do. We finally got Delta on out of here, Hurricane Delta, with very little damage compared to when Laura just came through. So Delta didn't look so bad to all of us. Okay, cup number 2 of all-purpose flour. And we've got our 1.5 cups of sugar. All my rest of my dry ingredients is going to be 2 teaspoons of baking soda. I keep wagging all this down from the kitchen, y'all. I've got to go to town and get me all these supplies for here in this kitchen. And make sure I've got my teaspoon. Okay, 2 teaspoons of soda. Okay. And then we're going to have 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I've got my oven preheating over here to 375, y'all. This is my 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And it's a gas oven. I've never cooked in a gas oven at home. Inside, y'all know I have a gas cooktop and electric ovens, and down here in the Cannon kitchen, this is a gas oven, so I'm excited about trying it. I did work in a bakery though for a while up in town, the gingerbread house, and it had a huge gas oven, but this one is just for your house, and so I'm excited about it. But I just turned it on, and it's preheated, and I can smell that. I guess that first time burn off, it's just doesn't smell too good, but it's going away, I can tell. I had my Vena hood on before I got on here with y'all, but I didn't want it to be roaring. I know when I made my video making that potato salad for the wedding, I'm just kind of stirring my dry ingredients around, y'all, so they won't be clumped up when we put our wet in here. Yeah, the rain was raining on this tin roof during Delta when I made that potato salad, and I heard it when I was listening and editing on the video, and I was like, what? Oh yeah, that's the rain. So that's why I let y'all know that. But it's not raining today, yay! It's just humid. It feels like summertime again here in Louisiana, doesn't it? For the ones y'all here, I know we were getting all that cool fall weather and getting in the mood, and now it is just hot and muggy. I had fixed my hair before I walked down the driveway with the ingredients, and literally the humidity just made my bangs go. So anyway, whatever. I'm used to that. Okay, y'all. I think that's all the dry ingredients. And so all we have left is 2 eggs, and I've already cracked my eggs from my girls. I just walked out the door and threw my eggshells out the door to them because they're out there. That's country, isn't it? And we're going to use 1 can of fruit cocktail with the juice. undrained, okay? This will bring back memories to your childhood. I know we had this a lot as children, and it's kind of just a forgotten little thing. But that's why I say this is an old-time cake. And it's really, really good. So I want to share that with y'all. And that's what I thought I'd surprise John's mama with, a cake that she used to make. She made this quite often, so I feel like she really liked it. So I'm going to surprise her with that. Okay, let's see, y'all. I've got my sugar, my eggs, my fruit cocktail, my soda, my salt, and my flour. And that's it. All right. We're going to mix this together. And I didn't even bring anything down here I could really stir and mix with, y'all. Let me look around here. Here's my fork, my big meat fork for making potato salad. Let's use that. See if we can get that stirred around pretty good, because you don't even have to get out a mixer. And of course you can't get out a mixer with fruit cocktail. Well, you could, but it wouldn't be chunky fruit anymore, would it? Yeah, and I hadn't made this cake in years, so I couldn't remember. But it does kind of mix up fairly thick for you. I'll come around there and show y'all. Just wanting to get it all stirred around pretty good. And it's going to go in a 9 by 13 pan, okay, y'all? Alright, I'll come show y'all. Let me walk around here. See how it's kind of a thick batter? Like that. It's almost like a pancake batter, and you see all that good fruit cocktail in there. Y'all, something I thought would be real good in this is like some chopped pecans. Would, wouldn't it? But I'm just making exactly how John's mama used to make it for her. But I thought some chopped pecans would be great. Great in it. Yes, it would. Alright. Scoot this over. And I also, John's mother's 76. My parents are older now too. And I used to wag dishes, glass dishes and stuff they had to wash and get back to me and such. But the older they get, I don't like kind of burdening them with that, you know. So I've taken her a 9 by 13. It's going to be a disposable pan with the, you know, the little plastic lid on there. That way when she's through eating it, she can throw it away. And I know that's wasteful, but like I say, I always did that, and they always kept up with my dishes. I just don't want them having to, and they're getting to where they can't really pick up heavy glass dishes and such. So this is what I do for them, okay? Here at the house, I put it in a pretty glass dish, and I'm going to use this Pam baking spray, and it's got flour in it. It's just like you're greasing and flour in a pan with just a spray. I mean, who wouldn't love that? It even smells like a cake. Y'all see how it looks like it's been greased and floured. Isn't that amazing? Alright, y'all, it's a 9 by 13. I probably already said that, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. Get this in here. This cake is very, very moist, and it's got a glaze that we're going to put on it. We're going to poke holes in it with a fork and pour this glaze in there, and it is so moist and so, so good. Like I say, I think some nuts would be very, very good in it, but we're going to just do it just like John's mama always did it all these years for her birthday. We took her riding on the side-by-side yesterday for her birthday, y'all, out in the pastures. This is on the farm that she grew up on with her daddy tending to it, her daddy, John Ashley Walker. And so her name's Linda Sue Walker Murray, but she grew up on this farm, and it had all grown up on her during the years, and John and I are opening pastures back up and clearing and getting cows and making it a farm again. And so she wanted to see that, so we loaded her up in the side-by-side and rode her all around on the property yesterday evening as the sun was going down, and showed her what it was looking like, and she enjoyed that a whole lot. She said that's all she needed for her birthday, so this is going to be a little lanyard to her, isn't it? Okay, y'all, $3.75. Let me see how many minutes it says. 30 minutes. And I'm going to get cleaned up, and I'll get back on here and we'll do the glaze, okay? I'll see y'all in just a little bit. Y'all have got the cake in the oven baking, and before I get started cleaning, I wanted to show y'all. Y'all love aprons just like I do. And this one's very special to me too, and it's got a little story. I went with my youngest son, and I went to Europe with some of his classmates and the high school he went to 2 winters back. We went to Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and London, England, and it was fabulous. And one of our great friends, sweet friends, Bridget, the one that I made the orange marmalade cake for, she's the one that does that with all the students. And if she has open spots, she invites some of us to go along, and then of course we help with all the students. So it's just a great opportunity that she gives us, and it's with the tour group, and so it's economical too. I can afford to do that, and so I jump on it anytime she offers or has some spots open. So we went to Buckingham Palace. And it was like a little fairy tale. We were in castle after castle. I can't even keep it straight. I'm glad I took tons of pictures, but it was just amazing. But when we came out of Buckingham Palace and all got back on the bus, my son and I hadn't gotten anything in there. We were just looking around in the little gift shop. Well, one of my sweet friends, she went on this trip as well and took her daughter for a senior trip, Paula Thomas. And she has Thomas Nursery up here with her husband, Jason. And there's some good friends of us. And we got on that bus, and she turned around to me and she said, "Oh, Amy, I saw the cutest thing in there, and I thought of you. I thought it'd be so good for you." And I thought, what in the world did she just find that would be so good for me? And she pulled this out of the bag, was an apron from Buckingham Palace. And y'all, it actually says it on here. Right here, it says Buckingham Palace. And I'm like Minnie Pearl, I've left the tag on here just because I'm silly. But, and I just thought it was beautiful. It has butterflies and flowers and doves. It has beautiful birds on here. And it's just a gorgeous blue bakery color. And in my mind, that was winter before last, I thought, oh, I've got to pack this up for my candy kitchen because it was so precious to me. So I thought I'd keep it down here for when I bake, because I sure won't make anything like gumbo in it because I'll get it all stained up. But I sure do love it, and it's very precious to me. And when she handed it to me, I got tears in my eyes, wanted to cry because that was just so sweet of her. So thank you, Paula. But she was a sweetheart doing that, and I knew y'all would ask about this apron, and so I just go on and tell you the story right now. All right, let me get cleaned up, and we'll get back on here and make that glaze. We're back. All right, y'all, it's been 30 minutes, and I baked this cake. I'm going to come show y'all. I just pulled him out of the oven. While he's cooling, we'll get this glaze made that goes on top. I wanted to show y'all this cake, though. Isn't it pretty already? Do you see all the fruit in it? And it's that golden brown. Do you see what a beautiful golden brown it does? And that's one thing I wanted to talk to y'all about. Something I did, I flipped that cake out and I did it upside down so all the fruit pieces show, because I love that. And a lot of people, that's how my mother-in-law would serve this cake, is she would turn it out upside down on a platter and then put the glaze on it. But since I'm going to take it to her in this, I thought I would just flip it. So I flipped it out and flipped it upside down there, and that way it'd be how she served it. But we're going to make this little glaze to go on it real quick and let this cool down just a little bit. You still do it while it's warm. It's going to be 1½ cups of sugar. So I've got 1 and my 1/2. Then a 13-ounce can of evaporated milk or pet milk. And it says shake well, so I'm shaking well. Y'all see, this is a nice rich glaze with this pet milk. I love the depth of flavor it does. Gives anything, I sure do. Get that in there. Then we're going to do 1 stick of unsalted butter, okay? Got my 1 stick of unsalted butter. Put that over in there. And then when we get this off the heat, I'm going to put a teaspoon of vanilla. But we're going to bring this to a boil. Let me put this right here. There it went. I was beginning to wonder. I'm going to bring this to a boil for 1 minute once it starts boiling, okay? trying to scoot around here where y'all can see me too. So we'll get it melting there for a little bit. And when you get it to a rolling boil, you stir it continuously while you're doing it, I guess, so it won't try to stick or burn to the bottom. I've got it in a real nice non-stick pan here. While that's heating up, I'm going to poke holes in this little cake. And I thought I'd just get some of this stuff out of our way so you can see this cake. I don't want to get rid of him. I'll forget to put that vanilla in there. But I just got me a meat fork. You can use toothpick, whatever you want to. And I'm just going to poke some holes in here. Like this. With this meat fork, you really can't see the holes poked. So I like that. And that's another thing, y'all. I use this little disposable pan because the recipe is $3.75 for 30 minutes, but I'm usually doing it in a glass, like a casserole dish, you know, 9 by 13 size. So I probably should have backed off on the time, or I should have backed off on the temp a little bit and maybe started at 350 to bake for about 30 minutes. I don't know, because this cake is a very golden brown cake, but when I pulled him out, I thought, oh goodness, I probably could take him out a few minutes earlier, okay? But he's still going to be moist, 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 and he's still going to taste really, really good. But I'm just saying that just in case you use a disposable. I didn't even think about that till afterward. But yeah, you kind of usually back off on the temp a little bit and the time using one of these little disposable ones. Let me check this. All right, buddy, come on, get rolling. I'll move y'all over here in a second. I'm just trying to get this to heat on up. Come on. There we go. Let's crank you on up. Okay, guys, I am going to get that to a rolling boil for 1 minute, and then I'll get back on here. We'll just pour it on there, and then I'm gonna give it to my mother-in-law. Hey, y'all. I see. Woo! Let me turn this down before we mess up our brand new stove. I see why you got stir pots. So y'all see this bubbling up over here? Okay, let me see if I can figure out my timer. For 1 minute. In fact, I'm going to go for about a half a minute because we've already been rolling and boiling. Rolling and boiling. I'm having to babysit. I'm having to babysit and concentrate, aren't I? Ooh. This smells almost caramelly, y'all. It smells wonderful. Wonderful. All right. That is close enough. Yes, it is. That is a rolling boil for about 1 minute, okay? Get me my little thing I can sit this hot stuff on. Y'all see how it almost looks caramelly? Isn't that pretty? It smells wonderful. And now 1 teaspoon of vanilla, now that we have it off the heat. That way it just won't cook out the vanilla. You'll taste it really, really well. And we want to taste that vanilla, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, y'all. And now, we are just literally going to pour this onto our cake. Just like this. You see how moist this cake is? Oh, it is divine. And I mean divine. First time I had it was when I was dating John and she made it, and oh my goodness, I had a fit over it. And she was one of those that was very happy to share that recipe with me. Look at that, all of that on there. Isn't that something? Hopefully this isn't too hot to pick up. And this is it, y'all. And you just let that absorb and cool down. Cut you a slice and you see how good that's gonna be. I know, we need to look at it, don't we? I'm trying to think if I even have anything out here in the candy kitchen to put it on. Isn't that something? If I cut us a slice, let's see here. I gotta get us some plates down here, don't I? I sure do. Let me think, y'all. Well, I don't know. I'm supposed to let it absorb. Let me see. It's soaking that up pretty quickly. I'm gonna cut us a slice. She won't mind at all. She'll want me to get more than that. She sure will. Put that up there. Y'all see that? You see how moist? Woo. I'm just gonna put it here in this lid. That's about all I have. And I had a fork somewhere, y'all. What did I do with that fork? Here it is. Here it is. Let's taste it. Y'all know something that also I think would go good on this is if you whip some cream and did whipped cream all over the top, or maybe as you serve it, just a dollop of it, or even some Cool Whip or some of that spray whip in the can. I think would go good on it. She will not mind at all if we taste a little bit of this. Let me come show y'all how moist it is. Almost looks like a little spice cake, doesn't it? You see how moist it is and the little bits of fruit cocktail? It has been years since I made this cake, or she's made it. And it is wonderful. It's very caramelly tasting. It is very hard for me to describe this cake because it has a unique flavor all its own, and it's so very good, but it's very caramel-like, and it feels very much like the fall, like you just want a cup of coffee with it. Y'all make this cake. You see how quick and easy it is. It really is, but it's an old-time recipe. Maybe some of y'all have had it before, and y'all can share with me where y'all got the recipe. But anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed week. I really, really, truly do. And I love you all, and I will see you later.